Hello my fellow weebs, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is made specifically for a special type of fandom. Well, I wouldn't call it special since they're one of the most massive fandoms in the anime community. Have you guessed what I'm talking about yet? It is indeed the Naruto fandom, believe it. One of the critical aspects of Naruto is how well developed the power system is. From ninjutsu to taijutsu to genjutsu and everything that comes under it, I think Kishimoto deserves the recognition for putting so much thought into it. Arigato, Kishimoto Sensei. Though it goes without saying that since this is a well thought out power system, people are bound to get confused in some instances. As the title suggests, today I'll be talking about all the Mangekyo Sharingans. Though before I get started on the different types of Mangekyo Sharingans introduced in the series, it would be better to start by describing what it is, how it's obtained, and what ability it gives the user. The Mangekyo Sharingan is an advanced form of the normal Sharingan. Literally translated as kaleidoscope copy wheel eye, it retains all the abilities a normal Sharingan would possess while also having a unique power of its own. The type of power depends on the person using it and sometimes on the individual eye of a person. After the Mangekyo Sharingan's been unlocked in both eyes, a person can call out their Susanoo, a gargantuan samurai thing capable of annihilating their enemies. As the Mangekyo Sharingan evolves, so do the abilities that come with it, especially the Susanoo. Now, how a Mangekyo Sharingan is obtained is a bit specific relative to how the normal Sharingan is unlocked. As with the normal Sharingan, a robust emotional reaction is needed to awaken it. However, this time the emotional response should be a traumatic experience suffered by witnessing the death of a loved one. The Uchihas had previously misunderstood the criteria needed to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan as being responsible for the death of someone close to them. Therefore, they usually practiced killing their close friends to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan, and I thought my friends were fake. Most of the time, any overpowered ability comes with side effects and limitations. In the case of the Mangekyo Sharingan, simply activating and maintaining it can drain a lot of chakra from the user. Sometimes extended use of the Mangekyo Sharingan can cause agonizing pain to the user, as well as affect their sight, eventually leading to blindness. However, there is a way to avoid this. By acquiring the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, a person can use it as much as they want without significantly less chakra drain and experience no side effects at all. The way to acquire this is, to say the least, a little bit brutal. It's by transplanting a Mangekyo Sharingan of an Uchiha with strong blood ties, ideally a sibling. How is this brutal? Well, unless someone's sibling is generous for no reason, why would they want to give their goddamn eye to someone? Therefore, if someone is adamant about receiving the Mangekyo Sharingan, another alternative is to rip off the eye from their sibling and use it. One thing to note is that even if the designs are merged, the acquirer of the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan can still only use their abilities and not of the person that he or she took the eye from. Furthermore, the abilities acquired by the Mangekyo Sharingan, or even the base Sharingan for that matter, aren't only limited to the Uchihas themselves. By simply transplanting the eye, a non-Uchiha can use it as well, as was the case with Kakashi and Danzo. Now that you've got a good idea of the Mangekyo Sharingan, let me delve into the separate types of Mangekyo Sharingans used by different users. Izuna Uchiha. Starting off with Izuna Uchiha, the younger brother of Madara Uchiha, he obtained his Mangekyo Sharingan shortly after Madara did himself, though it's not known how he received it and what the abilities of his Mangekyo Sharingan were. Fugaku Uchiha. Being the leader of the Uchiha clan, as well as being the father of two badasses, Sasuke and Itachi, it would be quite odd for him not to possess the Mangekyo Sharingan. He never chose to reveal his Mangekyo Sharingan to his clan, as he believed he would be asked to control the nine-tailed beast by his people and wage war on the Hidden Leaf village. Interestingly enough, his ability hasn't been revealed to us either, therefore people can only guess what the utility of his Mangekyo Sharingan was. Though being speculated to have the power of controlling the nine-tailed beast, it must have been pretty strong. Indra Otsutsuki. This is the well-known ancestor of the Uchiha clan. It'd be a shame if he didn't have the Mangekyo Sharingan despite being bestowed with that title. Fortunately, he did. Unfortunately though, not much is known about his abilities, except for that he could use Hinoka Gutsuchi, a power that allowed him to produce black flames at the focal point of his vision. You could say it was the first ever type of Amaterasu ever used. Moving on to how he obtained his Mangekyo Sharingan, it's a bit brutal compared to the others. This time he killed two of his close followers to get it. Yikes. Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Hagoromo Otsutsuki is the father of our very own badass Indra Otsutsuki. He was the very first person to ever unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan after the battle with his brother Hamura. Thankfully, killing wasn't necessary to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan this time. As for his abilities, not much is known since his Mangekyo Sharingan instantly developed into the Rinnegan. This much is known though, that he could use a complete body Susanoo about the size of the 10 tails. Obito Uchiha. After witnessing the death of his friend Rin Nohara, Obito unlocked his Sharingan. As for his ability, both of Obito's eyes can use Kamui, an ability that transports matter to and from a pocket dimension, typically referred to as the Kamui's dimension, though in separate ways. The right eye can transport objects or people in a long range by opening a portal. This can be especially useful during combat, as pieces of somebody's body can be transported, significantly debilitating an opponent. It can also be used for an instant kill if, for example, the heart is transported or the head. The left eye can be used to transport matter in a shorter range. Obito usually uses this to transport pieces of himself. By transporting fragments of oneself, at the point of contact with anything tangible, users can make it seem like they can phase through objects, technically making them invincible. The weakness of this, however, is that Obito can only maintain this for 5 minutes continuously. Shisui Uchiha. Probably having the most powerful ability, Shisui unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan after allowing his friend to die. Generally regarded as the most powerful genjutsu in the series up to date, we now move on to Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan ability, the Kotoama Sumaki. This ability allows the user to have control over the victim's actions in such a subtle way that the victim doesn't even realize that they're under the influence of this genjutsu. And that's just about it. Something to be noted, however, is that because of the detrimental side effects, Shisui can only use it once every 10 years, though this can be changed by acquiring the genes of Hashirama, significantly reducing the ability's usage to once a day. Shin Uchiha. A fairly new addition to the Naruto series, we now move on to Shin. A former test subject of Orochimaru, he was implanted with many Mangekyo Sharingans in his body. Through his Mangekyo Sharingan, Shin can manipulate objects telekinetically. Due to his highly adaptive body, Shin can withstand the side effects of the Mangekyo Sharingan comparably better than most people who wield it. Shin's clones, as they're genetically identical to him, possess the same abilities and design of the Mangekyo Sharingan as Shin does. Sasuke Uchiha. One of the essential characters in the series, also closely related to Itachi Uchiha on this list, his death also being the reason for his awakening of the Mangekyo Sharingan. I now move on to Sasuke Uchiha. Now, Sasuke can use abilities from each eye. One is Amaterasu, a black flame created at the user's focal point, incapable of being extinguished by any physical means. It's said to burn for 7 days and 7 nights. It's also speculated that its heat is as much as it is on the surface of the sun. It moves at extraordinary speeds, making it difficult to dodge. The counter to it is to absorb it with the Rinnegan or avoid it, which, as I said, is challenging to do so in the first place. The other ability is Blaze Release. After the Amaterasu has been used, there's nothing the user can do afterwards. Well, except to see the flames burn. But with the ability of Blaze Release that only Sasuke possesses, he can control shape and extinguish the flames of Amaterasu. This gives Sasuke a lot of flexibility in the jutsus he uses. He can, for example, combine Chidori with the Amaterasu flames. He can make Amaterasu weapons for his Susanoo. He can create Amaterasu shields. Basically, almost anything. He's even given more freedom to use this ability after he acquires the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which only he and Madara had received up to date. Madara Uchiha. OG of the Naruto world, I'll now talk about none other than Madara Uchiha himself. He's the second person in the series so far to have unlocked the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and the first Uchiha to ever unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. Though the abilities of his Mangekyo Sharingan is a bit unclear, it's assumed by different sources that he could rewind time of a few seconds into the past. He could also use the Susanoo, meaning that he'd attained Mangekyo Sharingan in both of his eyes. Itachi Uchiha. Finally, saving the best for last, we now move on to the person who first introduced the Mangekyo Sharingan. Indeed, he's none other than Itachi Uchiha. Itachi awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan after witnessing his best friend Shisui Uchiha die. There are two abilities that Itachi can use, one from each eye, one being Amaterasu and the other being Tsukuyomi, a powerful genjutsu that distorts the victim's perception of both space and time. Someone trapped in this genjutsu can experience time differently from people in the real world. world. For example, when Kakashi was caught in the Tsukuyomi, he underwent 3 days of consistent torture, while only in the real world, a second had passed. Usually, someone trapped in a genjutsu can break free from it by realizing they're placed under it, but this isn't the case with Tsukuyomi. Under Tsukuyomi, Itachi can place someone under an illusion of his liking, and it doesn't make a difference if the victim knows this or not. Furthermore, there are only 2 known methods to counter Tsukuyomi. One is to avoid contact with Itachi's eye, and second, having the Mangekyo Sharingan activated while Itachi's using it. With all of this being said, Tsukuyomi is one of the most potent abilities in Naruto. And with that, this list ends. Now, I did miss out on Naku Uchiha, Baru Uchiha, Rai Uchiha, and Naori Uchiha because not much is known about their Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, and quite frankly, being only filler characters, their powers aren't that relevant either. Though I will say the designs of their Mangekyo Sharingans are incredibly exotic. Well, that's it for today. Have I missed out on some important informational characters? If yes, write it down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification to get updates on the new videos I upload. And, as always, until next time, fellow weebs, until next time.